Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. In the last episode, we finally got to the end of the Cave of Wonders dungeon, I guess you could call this a dungeon. Kingdom Hearts is kind of vague on those sorts of things. Then we fought Jafar and defeated him, and now to save Jasmine and get to the keyhole. But of course, although we may have defeated him, not for all time. Genies give 3 wishes, and Jafar's final wish, if you've seen the movie, is to become an all-powerful genie. Which is kind of an odd thing, because once again, if you have a genie, you can make any wish, then you should probably just wish to fulfill whatever objective that your organization was trying to fulfill from the beginning, instead of wasting them on pointless things like... Let's see, what were his 3 wishes? One of them was to have the genie attack. I just forgot. Did Jafar have a first wish? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I just can't remember what it was. Anyway, when you're ready, just drop down into the lava pit that Jafar has created down there. It's weird. Given the fact that there's already this floor here, it makes it seem like this chamber already existed. Oh, you know what this place reminds me of? Ocarina of Time's Fire Temple. It looks exactly the same. Like, the way the floor is structured and stuff. It reminds me of the room for the boss key and stuff. Oh, wow, I never noticed they have a cutscene telling you to get Jafar's lamp. For this battle, you do not want to attack Jafar because I don't believe you can actually damage him. Just go after Iago. He's holding the magic lamp. He'll be flying around with it, so you just have to lock on. Just keep targeted to Iago. The platforms do move around a bit, but don't worry, you can't fall into the lava. Just try and keep your eye on the target, which is just Iago. Jump up and hit him with an air combo to damage the lamp, and you've just got to do this a whole lot. I don't believe there's actually any way for you to get more HP back in the fight other than potions and the spell here, which shouldn't really matter because, as far as I can tell, the only attack I've ever seen Jafar do in this phase is just that, where he threw the boulder at us. That's it. That's freaking it. This is a really easy boss. Like, he's way easier than the first form, even. Sure, maybe it's a little bit tough to dodge, but it does a little damage. It's really negligible. And besides, if you haven't noticed, generally what happens with your MP is that as you attack enemies and, I think, pull off different skills, that little orange bar will increase, and generally, once that orange bar reaches a certain point, it's going to fill up a blue bar, which will give you another spell to use, which is really useful. So basically, the more attacks and stuff you're doing, the more magic you'll be able to use. So as long as you keep active in the battle, you're going to be able to heal. That's generally a rule from battles from now on, now that we have the spell Cure. It's just really good to know that. I've also cast... wait, no, I don't believe I cast Arrow. Donald cast it on me. Arrow, if I haven't mentioned it before, raises your defense for a short time as long as it's equipped. There are stronger versions of Arrow that you're going to get later. I believe they're all optional, though. And as far as I can tell, they actually do generally deal a little bit of damage to enemies that are nearby, in addition to just providing that extra defense. There are some bosses, and potentially enemies in the game, I'm not sure. However, that will actually get stronger attacks if you try and use Arrow on them. For which ones those are, I'll let you know once we encounter them. Anyway, yeah, this is an incredibly easy battle. For an all-powerful genie, Jafar really can't do shit. He's so weak, it's not even funny. Like, I watched to the end of Aladdin recently, and it was epic. Like, he turns into this giant cobra and stuff, and it's a really awesome battle, but... in this is just, he's like this giant red version of Mr. Clean. He's like Fiesta Mr. Clean, who just throws giant meatballs at you. It's really pathetic.
Okay, Jafar. Back to your lamp.
And just like in the movie, the lamp is what seals Jafar. I kind of thought it was cool how they did it in the movie. Basically, Aladdin tricks Jafar into wishing for all the power that he could possibly have. And in the movie, it does make it seem like Jafar is super powerful when he turns into a genie. He literally picks up a miniature version of the universe in his hand, and it's like, the universe is mine to command! But it was actually really clever how he like caught him in a lamp afterwards. Great story. Now, I don't know, maybe this is really ignorant of me, but I'm kind of wondering, I know there's a story of, like, the 40 Thieves. That's a legit story. Was there ever an original Aladdin that the movie was based off? Because I feel like I've heard this, like Aladdin and his lamp. I feel like that's an old story. Just not sure how long it's been around. And now, finally, we get to seal the Agrabah keyhole. These cutscenes are always my favorite. They're still pretty cool in Kingdom Hearts 2. The problem is, in Kingdom Hearts 2, the context in which these things happen don't actually make sense. In this, it makes enough sense because it's like, oh, they're hidden in each world, the Heartless are trying to find them, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's like no reason for you to seal keyholes for any reason. And they just kind of appear out of just thin air, and it's so stupid, and I feel like sometimes you like seal them twice. It's so dumb. Oh! Gold. Awesome. Wow, is it just going to turn into like a solid wall? Yes, it is. And now I believe we haven't seen the end of this place, because now we're going to have to escape as well. Indiana Jones style, only not quite as awesome. Yeah, sorry that I'm not using the party members, it's, other than Donald and Goofy, but I gave my reasonings earlier. We need to keep the Three Musketeers together. Aladdin does not count, even though for some reason it seems like we've left Donald and Goofy behind and only Aladdin is coming with us on the carpet. This kind of reminds me of that part in Twilight Princess where you have to fly up the river, actually. It's not so easy to avoid all these things, but because they do so little damage, you don't really need to worry. I don't think you can heal, though, unless you grab those little green HP balls that are scattered around on occasion. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, maybe you are allowed to heal. Regardless, you might notice I'm doing a bunch of awesome flips and different rolls, barrel rolls, and somersaults, and awesome things like that. But basically, they're just fun. I don't think you really have to use them, but I find them more entertaining to use. They're like circle and square or something like that. It's really interesting, and I only found it out this time playing through the game. Never really noticed it before. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I think that on Expert, getting out of the Cave of Wonders in this carpet sequence is actually a bit more dangerous. Just because generally it seems like you just take more damage in that game. I mean, in that version of the game. And goodbye, Cave of Wonders. Whew, how many episodes did we spend there? Like 3? Felt like a while. Oh well, back to Agrabah. So, Jasmine's no longer in Agrabah. Sora, let's go find her. Sorry, I can't take you with me. Why not? I sure wish we could. But we can't. If we take him to another world, we would be... mud. Meddling. Aladdin, we'll find Jasmine. I promise.
Earth to Al. Hello, you still have one.
Don't you
wish
find
left?
it weird that they
Look,
have like a
just
conversation
say the
that's
word.
like part text
Ask
and then
me to
part
find Jasmine
spoken?
for you.
That's one thing that really annoys me, but I like this scene.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Al!
For some reason, I always thought this scene was pretty awesome. Like, these are the kinds of cutscenes that Kingdom Hearts 2 lacks. And it actually ties together a world into the main quest pretty well. Because usually, they feel like such separate side stories that aren't, like, part of the main story. But since Genie actually, plays into the story from this point onwards, technically, they meld it together a little bit better. And just, it makes it feel a bit more natural. Which is saying a lot for Kingdom Hearts, which really does have a lot of stilted dialogue.
I'm done taking orders from others.
Plus the whole fact that, you know, the voice actor is, same guy does Homer Simpson. Name's kind of... Why is his name slipping my mind at the moment? I have the general idea of what his name sounds like. I know what it is, it's just right now it's slipping my mind, so I don't want to mess it up. Whatever. Anyway, the whole point is that Genie gets to come along with us from now on. He's a summon, just in case you didn't know. And I don't believe that, like the other summons, I don't think you actually have to take any kind of stone to the Fairy Godmother. I think Genie just works for you, like, right off the bat. Which is pretty awesome, admittedly. And Genie is one of the few useful summons, but I'm only going to use him once, I believe, in this game. At which point, it will be very late in the game. Wow, I wonder how many episodes that will be from now. Oh, a lot of stuff that I'm doing now is preparing for what happens. You know, some people say live in the present, but Kingdom Hearts, for me, has always been about looking forward to the next big thing. Fortunately, we're getting pretty closer. We're getting closer to the really good parts of the game. I don't want to say how long those really good parts are going to be from now on, because I mean, I don't want to get your hopes up. I'm not saying that the next parts are going to totally suck, but like I said, Kingdom Hearts is a game that just, I feel, gets drastically better at a certain point. I mean, you can already see, like, it's got some promising things going. The story's kind of developing, gameplay mechanisms are expanding. It's all going uphill, basically. Worst level to me is probably Deep Jungle. I used to think it was another one. But I'm pretty sure Deep Jungle is just the one I was most sick of. Oh, and Captain Hook being so awesome. By the way, I watched the final battle of Peter Pan recently. In case you didn't know, I watched like a YouTube video that had like a bunch of the final clashes between the Disney villains at the end of the movies. And the fight between Captain Hook and Peter Pan is epic. I don't know, I guess I just loved that movie so much as a kid, and it had been so long since I saw it, just to watch it again was awesome. And also, if Riku, like, seriously doubts that Maleficent's intentions are good, then what does he think he has to gain from hanging out with her? Like, if she's the one who knows how to bring Kairi back and everything, and the fact that they have her body, doesn't he find that like, slightly suspicious? Ugh. Oh well. I guess, in order to set up the plot, they had to make Riku dumb. AKA impulsive, you know, that's a better way of putting it. Better way of putting it. Makes it seem like it's a little bit better thought out. See, there we have Genie. We didn't even need a stone. And we also get 3 wishes, a new Keyblade. You'll see what all this stuff does next episode. Well, you'll see what Genie does a lot later on. See you then.